Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 25th. It looks like a good week, but before we get started, I'm still collaborating with Marie Moore. So if you have not checked out Marie Moore's channel, please do so below. You can. I just have her link right at the top there to her channel. She does tarot videos and astrology as well, which is really nice. A lot of people seem to like that. So we're just helping each other grow and trying to grow more of a community for psychics and things like that here on YouTube. So again, please check her out if you have not had a chance at the link below. But this week, it's interesting. You're only my third sign here today. For this week that I've started. And, there's been this pattern of having this week. It just seems like a very supportive week for every single sign. I mean, you have different cards than everybody else, but it just seems like everybody's getting a lot of general support this week. You start off as the King of Spades, which would represent Gemini in a lot of ways. And it is this represents an air sign male, but I'm reading for all of you, so I don't attach sex to my cards. So this just represents an energy around all you Geminis out there. And but this, I have to say, is the best way to show up as an air sign, as far as I'm concerned, is to show up as the King of Spades. So it really says that you're like in your element this week, probably getting a lot done and feeling very supported. And it's also a great card for again, building structure in your life, but really having kind of like a focus this week as well on like where you're going and how you're going to get there, but maybe just like more of a focus than you've ever had in like a while. So I think that's a really good thing. The King of Spades represents, definitely represents somebody who's super focused on goals and planning and getting to where they want to go, and also building comfort in their life, so whatever that means for you. And he's super focused on that. So I think a lot of you are going to be focusing on that this week. Next, you have the Four of Hearts. This is like the first of many supportive cards here. Like I said, Four of Hearts definitely represents more support in your life. It represents more commitment, and it's interesting because normally I say this card has to do with love and all this other stuff, but really I think that you Geminis out there are just making a new commitment to let your life in general this week, maybe making a commitment to bringing it to a whole new level, getting your life to a whole new level, something like that. Very interesting message. And this card is a card of, like I said, support and being more supported in your life. So I like to see that for you. Next, you have the Nine of Diamonds. I always say this is the card of newness, new things entering into your life, new job potential, new business potential, promotions. It does represent opportunities, though. So, in a lot of ways, a lot of the times I'll read this card and people will say, oh, I didn't get a new job this week. And I'm always like, okay, well, what did you do? And they'll say nothing. So you have to work with this card. You have to, if you want a new job, this is a card of needing to go out and apply to a bunch of places to get a new job. So you're definitely, you have to use the energy with this card. It's not just going to fall into your lap magically, but it does say the opportunities are out there. It's also a great card for moving and even new relationships entering into your life. So there's even a little bit of love this week, I would say, as well. So that's really nice. Next, you have the Four of Spades. Very similar to that, the King of Spades, in that this card represents building comfort in your life and seeing more comfort in your life, and doing things to become more comfortable in making that happen, whatever that means. So for some of you that might mean being in a stable relationship. For some of you that might mean more money. For others it might mean more spirituality. So like I said, it's going to be different for everybody, but this is you figuring out how to create that balance and how to bring more of those things that you need into your life. It's a good card. I mean, it's a card that represents recovery as well. It represents you recovering, and it could even be on a physical level. If you've been sick or anything like that, it could be you recovering as well. Next, you have the Two of Diamonds. This is you matching up perfectly with something at work. It could also be somebody. So for those of you looking for love, this could be you meeting somebody new at work or at a place of business that could, you could fall in love with. But for most of you, I'd say this could be you matching up with like a new position, a new job, new business, or new business ideas. I always say with this card as well, if you have like somebody who comes in the form of like a new business partner, or a new potential business partner this week, or maybe somebody wants to collaborate with you this week in some way, this card says that would be a really good idea. At the end here, you have the King of Clubs. And the King of Clubs represents love. I mean, it doesn't represent love, but you know what? That slipped out. So for some of you, obviously, the King of Clubs represents somebody coming in for you, possibly in love. Gemini, I mean, does well with fire signs anyway. So, that's nice. But I feel like for some of you, this could be love. Like I said, I feel like for most of you, though, this is like a mentor, a boss, something like that coming in, offering you advice or help. You know, King of Clubs can be very honest, so it might be in a situation of honesty as well. So sometimes it can be a little bit uncomfortable. Although, I mean, you have a really nice week here, so I'm not getting that, you know, that it's going to be very uncomfortable for any of you. But this is a card of honesty and somebody being very open and honest with you this week. So that could happen as well. But looks like a nice week. So thank you for watching, and enjoy the week.